everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be making Belizean brown chicken, and this is one of our favorite food in Belize. So here you're gonna see that my mom today, she's helping me out with this video, and we had a lot of fun. Anyways, you're gonna see her season our chicken. So this amount of chicken we will not be cooking in one, like we're not gonna be cooking all of this in one cooking. So you're gonna see later on that she's gonna bag it off into portions, and we're gonna stick that in the freezer, and it's kind of like meal prepping. We like to season our meat ahead of time so that when we're ready to cook, we could just pull it out of the freezer, and if it needs to be defrosted in the microwave, then you do so. We live on a farm, and so we need to be ready for anything. And so ever since growing up, this is something that we did. We kind of meal prep, and so that, you know, we don't have to be in the kitchen 24/7. So obviously we're gonna be leaving our recipe down in the description box below for this entire meal. And most of our Belizean dishes call for the same seasoning, more or less, and so that's the reason why we season our chicken with the basic ingredients. And then later on, if we want to make it into curry, which we don't, I personally don't use curry, but we use yellow ginger, Ricardo, or any other type of seasoning. This is a picture of all the seasoning that she used in this brown chicken recipe. So here we're gonna start kneading our flour tortillas. So, and again, the recipe will be down below. So everybody has their own way of doing things, and in this video obviously we were using our hands. So if you are using your hands, please make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly and your nails is clean, and you should be good to go. We use our hands for a lot of things. We both have KitchenAid, but for this video we used our hand, or my mom I should say, because I was doing the videoing and she was doing all the work. I would really love to do vlog style videos, but we live on a farm and the mechanic shop is nearby. Our houses are not soundproof, so we obviously get all the outdoor noise. And that the day that we filmed this video, they were actually hammering away, fixing combine and planing some boards, and there's just always a whole bunch of noise going on here. So if I get the proper equipment, then you guys will obviously be seeing more of our faces and get to know who we are, and that's exciting to know. So why don't you guys go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss out on those upcoming videos. But for now, I'll just be doing voiceovers, and I hope that it's going, like, you guys like these type of videos as well, because this is all I can do for now. And you will be hearing a bunch of noise in my voiceovers as well, but this is as good as we get for right now. So you're gonna see here that mom's just kneading her flour dough, just like how you would do bread. And you don't want your dough to be hard, you don't want your dough to be sticky, you want it to have a nice consistency, kind of like when you're doing bread. You don't want your bread too sticky, you don't want your bread too hard. And here you're gonna see that she added some flour because she got a little bit too much water. So the water that we're gonna put down below, add in water slowly, so that you don't over put too much water in there. And also with some of the other ingredients, go ahead and taste the food. If you prefer more salt, then you add more salt. If you prefer less salt, then you go ahead and put less salt. So go ahead, I want you guys to just feel comfortable with our recipes. Just make yourselves at home in your kitchen, and just do what's most comfortable for yourself and for your family. What's, you know, the healthiest option for your family. It doesn't have to be exactly how we're showing it here, but this is just how we do it. And if you guys ever try these recipes, comment down below and let me know how it turns out. flour tortilla and brown chicken and beans and so on is very popular for our everyday meal. It seems like right now I'm kind of trying to stay off flour, so I eat a lot of corn, but flour tortilla and beans is one of our main thing, and you're gonna see that we're gonna do beans in a while. So after she's done making these little flour dough ball, you're gonna go ahead and oil them and keep them covered with a towel, or if you have a container with a lid, and you're gonna have them set out of the refrigerator for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and you could stick them in the fridge. It all depends. Some people I know do it different than some, but again, do what's most comfortable for you. But we don't normally let our dough rest after we knead that entire huge dough up. We don't usually let that sit and rise. We roll off our little round ball right away. So here we're gonna go on a little tour of our front yard, or my mom's front yard. This is where I basically grew up, and actually this is where I grew up. I should say basically. This is where I grew up. I went swimming in this little creek. And now my little boy is going swimming in this creek. It's not pretty right now, obviously, but maybe someday I'll show you guys how it would look all nice and flowing. And my mom planted a garden in the front area of our pasture, and so we're gonna go over there, pick some green onions and cilantro, and find what else we could put into our chicken. Or yeah, I found some cucumbers for salad and so on, and it was hilarious. We also saw one of our rooster. My mom, she has I think maybe 4 or 5 chickens. Anyways, he was out in the yard enjoying himself. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoy this little tour of our front yard, or how it looks in front of our house, because I live right next door to my mom. Meet Butterball. She went to the garden with me, and she's a terrible mess. Anyways, we're back in the kitchen again, and we're gonna put on our kettle to get hot and add in about a tablespoon of coarse brown sugar. We're gonna have this sit here and watch it as it slowly melts. I sped up the video This is gonna take a while, so be patient. And you don't want your sugar to underbrown because your chicken is gonna be sweet. You want it to be brown enough so that your chicken isn't sweet. And you don't want it to burn because then it won't do anything. It's just gonna look ugly. So once it comes to a high brown like this, add in your oil, which is gonna slow down the browning. Shut off your stove, and then you add in the rest of your chicken. Keep on stirring and frying this for a while, and obviously my dad had to come and see what we were doing. And then we're gonna cut up our seasoning while our chicken is frying up in the pan. Once after a while, we're gonna go back, check our chicken. See here, we never add water. It's gonna give its own water off, so you just want to keep stirring every once in a while, and don't add any water or any seasoning as yet. We're gonna let this sit here and cook up for a while. Our chicken, we usually cook our chicken for about an hour, a little bit over an hour. This is homegrown chicken, and so we have it cook a little bit over an hour, but store-bought chicken would be an hour. Meanwhile, we're gonna start baking our tortillas. So you wanna oil your surface and pot out your tortillas. You can either use a rolling pin or whatever works best for you. It's just like doing pizza dough or pie crust. You could also use a piece of tin foil on the bottom, like let the tin foil be your surface, and then you could flip it over and put it in the pan instead of doing it like how my mom is doing it here, because then sometimes it loses shape. But that's fine as long as it tastes nice. So you want your pan to be on medium heat, depends on how your stove is, and you want to make sure that each side is brown, not burnt, not white, but brown, has like the little brown spots on it. And if it's not brown, you flip it over again. It's just totally fine. There is no right or wrong way of doing flour tortilla, I don't think. And as if this is something new for you and you make it over and over again, you get used to you get the hang of it, and then you learn all the ways that you prefer doing it. So here you're gonna see mom adding in the seasoning. We obviously did not use all our seasoning that we cut up. We also like to have seasoning on hand like this. We stick it in the freezer, and whenever we need it, we just take it out and we put it in our whatever we're cooking, and it's so handy. So not every time when you're cooking, you don't have to take out this or go into the garden or whatever and cut up all these things for whatever you're cooking. But for this time, we're gonna be using some of that season, or like the onion and the cilantro and the green onion. I like to add that in my pepper sauce. No Belizean dinner is not finished or whatever without adding pepper sauce and fried plantain along with it. So this is our stack of tortilla here. We were having supper together with my mom and dad, and so it was a big stack. And you're gonna see here that I have my beans heating up on the stove. We do not can our beans. We cook beans at least once or twice a week. We stick it in the freezer and we take it out every time we want it. And if you guys want a recipe on our beans, leave it in the comments below and we'll try to get that to you guys. But you're gonna bring this to a boil, and you want it to boil at least for 5-10 minutes, depends on the amount of beans you're boiling. If you want more gravy in your beans, add more gravy and add a tad bit more seasoning to it so that it doesn't lose that flavor and taste. This is our pepper sauce that I was talking about, and it was so good. be careful. You can add your whatever sort of pepper you want. If you just want it mild, then you could use jalapenos, or if you want it really hot, you could use habaneros. And this is the fried plantain process. If you guys want to know something, I recorded my voiceover at least twice or so, and I didn't have my speakers on, so I'm here just like jabbering away. And so I hope you guys get any sense out of this video, and I hope you guys learned something today, or if I didn't teach you anything, at least got some kind of inspiration to go cook something good for supper or whatever. So here, you don't want to overcook your plantain like how I did, and you don't want to undercook them. Anyways, this is the end result, guys, of our chicken. If you want lots of gravy, leave it as is. If not, then go ahead and like let it simmer down a little bit more, and then you cut it off. You want to cook your chicken on medium heat after you add that water in. And this is it, guys. I added that okra that I picked in the garden, and after like maybe 5 minutes before I cut off the chicken. And we have coleslaw, fried plantain, and home cooked beans, red beans. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys don't want to miss out on any other upcoming videos, especially lifestyle vlogs and so on, that I am hoping to be able to create for you guys soon, so that you could see more of my life and what I do. I think I will be doing a little farmish video, rice harvesting thing, for you guys to get a glimpse of how we rice harvest. You guys have a wonderful weekend. See you guys next time. Bye.